Sukhihantu, sisters and brothers in the Dhamma. So before I start the talk, let us pay homage to the Buddha first. Samahanta cakkhavalesu atra gacchyantu devata sadhammang muni rajasa sunantu sakha mokkhaddam dhamma sawana kalo ayang badanda dhamma sawana kalo ayang badanda dhamma sawana kalo ayang badanda. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammaha sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammaha sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammaha sambuddhassa. Okay, today I would like to discuss with you, share with you, power of the Dhamma. Okay. So, in Samyutta Nikaya, there is one sutta where a deity, a heavenly being, posed a question to the Buddha. The deity asked, by what is the world led around? By what is it dragged here and there? What is the one thing that has all under its control? And Buddha answered, the world is led around by the mind. It is dragged here and there by the mind. Mind is the one thing that has all under its control. So from here you will know how important is the mind, how powerful is the mind. And in Dhammapada, in the first verse, Dhammapada verse 1, Buddha said, all mental phenomena have mind as their forerunner. They have mind as their chief. They are mind-made and so on. So again, Buddha stressed the importance of the mind and the powerful or power of the mind. But how does power of the mind work? Since Buddha said, oh, mind is so powerful, everything mind can control, everything is under mind's control. But how does power of the mind work? Okay. So in order to answer this question, we have to understand the different classes of the mind first. Only then I can relate to you how does the power of the mind work, right? So there are two classes of mind. One is unwholesome mind, we call kusala citta. And another one is called, number one is called wholesome mind, kusala citta. The second one is unwholesome mind, akusala citta. Okay. Why it is called why in Pali it is called kusala citta, wholesome mind? Because it is pleasant, it brings happiness and productive of good result. Therefore, it's called kusala citta, wholesome mind. So, what are the wholesome mind? Wholesome mind includes generosity, right? Effort, right view, wisdom, loving kindness, compassion, patience, humility, mindfulness. and concentration and so on. All this are called wholesome mind. Then unwholesome mind is called akusala citta. Why is called akusala citta? Because it is unpleasant. When it arises in the mind, it itself is unpleasant. It does not bring happiness, and it produces bad result. Therefore, it is called akusala citta. So, unwholesome mind or akusala citta includes anger, greed, conceit, wrong view, sloth and torpor, lack of energy, jealousy, some more doubt about triple gem, delusion, and so on. All these are called unwholesome mind that bring unhappiness to oneself, and it has the power to produce its bad result. Okay. How does the wholesome mind exercise its power? Since we mentioned the power of the mind, and we classify the mind into two categories, wholesome and unwholesome. So let me tell you one by one. First, let us talk about wholesome mind and how does the wholesome mind exercise its power. Okay. Every mind state can produce, we call mind-born matter, citta rupa. Whether it's angry mind or loving mind, or wholesome mind or unwholesome mind, according to Abhidhamma, every mind state can produce matter in the body. We call mind-born matter, citta rupa, in the body. Okay, and this matter is in the form of particle. We call rupa kalapa. Is in a form of particle. So in each particle, it consists 8 elements: earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, smell, a color, smell, taste, and nutritive essence. So this mind-born matter is inside the body. Every state of the mind can produce this mind-born matter inside the body only. Okay? And it's not only one. Here you see a group of particles. It produces many inside the body. And since we are talking about wholesome mind, since it is produced by wholesome mind, so it is healthy matter. It cannot be unhealthy matter. Wholesome mind produce healthy matter inside your body. This is how the power of the mind works. Okay? So when this healthy body produced by wholesome, when this healthy matter produced by wholesome mind, at the first place, it heals your body. It makes your body healthy, and it can heals your sickness, which most nowadays a lot of people only interested in how the mind can heal myself, how meditation can heal myself, right? So how does wholesome mind heal one's body? I would like to relate my own experience to you because it's my experience, so I can speak very openly, okay? So, many years ago, I was in Los Angeles teaching a meditation retreat. And in the midnight, I have very strong acute pain on my left stomach, left side below. So I think maybe it's the appendix, inflammation of appendix, or it can be any other inflammation. So the pain is so severe. So I was, I feel it's so painful, and I have to groan, I have to, scream a little bit in order to relieve my pain. But later on I thought, I am a meditator. I should have my way to tackle my own problem. I should have the way to heal myself. Otherwise, I practiced for so many years. How can a meditation help me, right? Then I think of, first I contemplate impermanent, right? I say, okay, this pain is impermanent, but it is very permanent. To my feeling, it's so permanent. I say, okay, this method doesn't work. Let me try second method, okay? So then I think of myself. I am a strong-minded person. I'm not a weak-minded person. But this pain appeared to me is so unbearable. It's so painful. Then how about those who are weak mind? For those, when the mind are so weak, this pain to them is even worse, even more unbearable, even more painful. So from this point of view, I arouse compassion for those who suffer the pain that I have. So then I start to radiate that compassion. Then I say, may all beings who suffer the same pain as I am suffering now be free from the pain. May all beings free from the pain that I now endure. Or may all beings who suffer the same pain I have be free from this type of suffering. So I keep radiating, we call compassion, compassion for others' pain, right? Within a short while, I fall asleep under acute pain. Nobody can sleep under acute pain, not possible, right? But I fall asleep under acute pain until next day morning. Then the pain still there, but now become faint pain, very faint only. Little bit, I only feel very little pain only. So this is how I use, because when I arouse the compassion, this compassion, the mind endowed with compassion can produce healthy mind-bone matter in my body, right? Just now I explained to you, this healthy mind-bone matter immediately heal my pain first. It's a healing process. So it heals my pain, then and it has soothing effect on me. Therefore, I fall asleep, and next day I was cured already. So it's very wonderful. I don't need to seek for doctor, no time. And also, I think it's one important point at that time, because I don't want to bother anybody to send me to emergency hospital in USA. It's a, they have to spend a lot of money for me if they send me to the hospital. I just don't want to bother them. I don't want them to spend money for me. So I use my own Dhamma to heal myself. So with this sincere intention and arouse the compassion, I immediately heal myself. Okay, in fact, this is the second of this type of healing myself using compassion. I did it many times already. The second time, another time I have the same experience is when I was in Himalaya. Then I have the mountain sickness. I never know I can get this mountain sickness. Wow, the head is so painful. Also, I also try contemplate, not myself, impermanent, not myself, doesn't work. Okay, then I remember the power of compassion can heal the sickness. Again, I use the same power of compassion. May all beings free from the pain that I am now facing. May all beings be free from the pain that I am now enduring. Within short while, I think 3 to 5 minutes only, I even can see how the pain inside my head, there's one line, fine line from the left go to the right, just like X-ray. I see it very, very clearly, just like X-ray seeing what's inside the head. Then finally disappear, dissolving. Then the pain immediately gone. So this also another experience. I use compassion to heal my own sickness. Okay? The last experience that I have, I would like to share with you is this year, I think in the beginning, don't know which month, 6 months ago, I went to doctor and checked my breast because I never checked so my doctor, my friend who was a doctor, specialist, asked me to go and have a checkup. Then the doctor find that I have some hard lump in my breast. Hard lump, not a soft lump, it's the hard one, Okay. Then I say, okay, I know already. Then I go back and meditate. I meditate on my lump. I say, vanishing, the lump. Mentally, I say, I practice element meditation also. Softness, because a hard lump, I want to make it soft. So I say softness, softness. Keep my attention, put my mental energy on that hard lump. Then I say softness, softness, contemplate softness. Then later on I contemplate dissolving, that hard lump dissolve. So I contemplate it dissolving, dissolving, dissolving. One day, maybe every day I practice 10 minutes only. After 6 months, I go and check again. The doctor cannot find any hard lump in my breast. And the doctor said that previous report is wrong report. This is what the doctor told me, but I don't want to tell. I think because he's Islam, no point tell him I use my own meditation to heal myself. But the doctor said maybe previously it's wrong report. But I trust it's because of my meditation. Okay? Or not only that, I not only meditate on the soft and the dissolving. I also meditate on may all beings who have the hard lump as I have now be free from this hard lump. This type of compassion. Instead of thinking of your own suffering, I think of other people's suffering more than my suffering. This is called compassion. Compassion meditation. So this type of mind can produce very healthy mind-born matter, immediately heal my sickness first. So I try so many times already. I see the result. So the power of the mind is called mind over the matter. You may think that, Sayalay, you have been practicing so many years. You have that power we don't have, right? You may have doubt about your own ability. So wherever I go, I always want to share my experience. Why? Because I thought this method is so easy and I can easily help other people if they use the same method on their own sickness. This is also my compassion for other people, right? So everywhere I go, I teach this method. I teach my experience. And two of my students, one of them has this back injury for a long time. So on and off, she has to use painkiller. So one day, her back injury is so painful, like bedridden, cannot get up from the bed. But, however, suddenly she remember my experience. She remember the method I share. Then she also used that type of method. She said that, may all beings be free from the injury, back injury, that I am now facing. Amazing, to her surprise, she said her back immediately healed. No more pain. Then she can get up from the bed already. She is not meditator. I mean, she meditates maybe once, 1 hour at home, 1 hour per day. Not like me, long-term meditator. Then another of my students also is not meditator, not the intensive meditator like me. She has this toothache. So before she fly to England, she checked first, make sure nothing happened when her trip to England, right? So, but one day when she was in the train in England, she was in the train, 2 or 3 teeth give her pain, very strong pain, aroused, head toothache. Wow, she said, oh my goodness. But she also remember the method I share. Then she also used the method I share. She said that may all beings in this, may all the being in this train, be free from any physical suffering or any toothache. May all beings be free from any physical suffering that I am now facing. So then her toothache immediately healed. So it's not the power of myself, right? It's the power of compassion itself. So when you arouse this type of compassion, you don't think of your own pain. You only want all being be free from the pain you now facing. If only think of your own pain, I tell you, not effective. It's not compassion anymore. You have to arouse a compassion for others who suffer the same you suffer. That is important point. If you can get this point and practice on yourself, if you have any sickness, I think it can help you. This is the power of the mind. This is the power of compassion, how it heals one's own sickness. Because this compassion mind can produce very healthy mind-born method, immediately heal your whole body. Okay? Learn this skill. My gift free for you. Okay? Okay, now since we talked about the power of the mind, it doesn't only benefit ourselves, it also can bring benefit to others. So how does wholesome mind have soothing effect on others? Let's see how it works first, before I tell the story, right? So as we say, wholesome mind can produce mind-born matter in oneself, inside one's body, okay? And in this mind-born matter, there are 8 elements, earth element, water element, and fire element. Let's see the fire element first. And this fire element, in each kalapa, the fire element has potentiality to produce new generation of kalapa, new generation of matter, called temperature-born matter. Okay, first is mind-born. Mind-born matter only produced inside one's own body, therefore it can heal one's own sickness, right? But this mind-born matter also got fire element. This fire element can produce temperature-born matter outside the body. Not inside the body, outside the body. This means that temperature-born matter produced by the mind, okay, can travel far. From here can travel to America, very fast one. From here can travel to another person, the other person, no matter how far he is. This is called temperature-born matter. And this temperature-born matter inside this one, one dot, this is called rupa kalapa. Each rupa kalapa got this 8 elements, right? And so temperature-born matter also got fire element. And that fire element also can produce new generation. And this new generation also inside also got fire element, and also can produce third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation, sixth generation, and can travel far. So when this temperature-borne matter travel far, and if I aim to you, I travel to you, and it will have healing process on you, soothing process on you. This is how the mind works, okay? So for example, how does wholesome mind have soothing effect on others? Now, not on oneself, now on others. Okay, how does it work? Let's say the mind of loving kindness. Okay, just now I mentioned the mind of compassion. Now let us change another type of mind. We call the mind of loving kindness. As a Buddhist, we all know Buddha's story. How the Buddha tamed Nalagiri, a drunkard elephant, right? Because our Devadatta want to take over the position of the Buddha to become the head of Sangha community. But Buddha know he has evil intention, therefore Buddha did not allow him to do so. And Devadatta bear the grudge. So he tried many methods to kill Buddha so that he can take over Buddha's position. So one day he let loose, he make the elephant Nalagiri, he feed wine, alcohol to this elephant Nalagiri and make him drunkard. Okay. So when Buddha come along, maybe come for Pintabat, then Devadatta let loose this drunkard elephant, and this drunkard elephant ran towards the Buddha. So when Buddha saw this elephant come, and Buddha immediately sent loving kindness. Send loving kindness, mind born kalapa. So he sent loving kindness. So this loving kindness mind can produce mind born kalapa inside the body, and that kalapa got fire element. That fire element can produce new generation of temperature born kalapa outside the body. Okay. So when he did loving kindness meditation, and this temperature born kalapa travel and reach this Nalagiri elephant. And since it's produced by metta, loving kindness, so it has very good soothing effect. So when this matter, we call energy for easy understanding, reach the Nalagiri, immediately it soothed the Nalagiri and subdue his violence. He's violent, want to attack to the Buddha. So the aggressiveness of Nalagiri immediately soothed. Then he become very tame, even kneel down in front of the Buddha. So this is how the power of the loving kindness work. And I just explained to you the theory behind only. Okay, according to Abhidhamma. Then another story I would like to relate is about how the patience and humility works. This is from Samyutta Nikaya. The story happened in between Sakka, the god of 33, the 33 god of 33, the Lord, the god, the head, Sakka, we call Sakka, and Yakka, So one day in the Tavatimsa, in the heaven, Sakka got one throne, one place where he sit one. Okay, so one day, Yakka appeared on the seat of Sakka. Sakka is the god. Then the follower of Sakka, the follower of the god, the Lord of God, get very offended. Who are you? How come you sit on my master's place, my master's seat? You are not qualified. Who are you? Go away. So all the followers keep scolding the Yakka, okay? Because this is not your seat. You are not qualified to sit on my master's seat. But amazingly, the more scold the Yakka get, the more handsome he becomes. And the more the size grow, the body grow in size, become bigger and more handsome. So the more the follower of the god scolded him, the more handsome he becomes. So the follower of the god was so shocked to see such happening. How come he can become more handsome when I scolded him? Right. So since they cannot make him to disappear on the seat of the Sakka, so they reported this issue to Sakka. Then Sakka immediately know this Yakka is anger-eating Yakka. This Yakka is fed on anger one. The more you get angry with him, he become more handsome one. It's called anger-eating Yakka. So the Sakka immediately know. Okay, he said, okay, I know how to handle with him. Let me approach him. So the Yakka wear properly, then go approaching this Yakka. The Sakka approach Yakka, and he kneel down one leg. Then put his palm together and say 3 times, I am Sakka. I am the Lord of the heaven. I am the Sakka, I am the Sakka, I am the Sakka. 3 times. After, when he say first time, the Yakka, the anger-eating Yakka, slowly shrink in size, become smaller. So when he says second time, shrink in size, become even smaller. When the Sakka say 3 times, this Yakka disappear from the seat. So how the mind work? Sakka did not have to fight with him. Just using his, we call patience. Patient with him. Because Buddha say, anger cannot overcome anger. By patience, anger is appeased. So Sakka understands, Sakka is noble one. He's Sotapan, stream enterer. So he know, I cannot win over him by anger. So he used patience and also humility, humble. He kneel down one leg to him. Sakka hold higher position than the Yakka, but still he behaved very humbly towards Yakka. So by his patience and humility, he subdued the Yakka without using any weapon. So this is another power of the mind. How does wholesome mind have soothing effect on others? So we also can learn this. Can learn this patience and humility if you want to fight with other people. No need to use any anger word. No need to fight physically or fight verbally, but use your mental power, because wholesome mind has its power and can produce soothing effect on others, can take care other people's aggressiveness. Okay? Next. Now we have talked about how wholesome mind heal oneself and have soothing effect on others. Now let's see the power of unwholesome mind, right? First, the unwholesome mind can affect one's health. I think this one everybody know. But I'd like to relate one story to you. When I was in Canada, one of my disciples approached me and shared her story, and she wanted me to tell her story to others. Okay, what is her story? She was a practitioner. One day she was diagnosed cancer. So she went for treatment under medication. After she recovered from her sickness, recovered from cancer, and she found out her husband had affair with another woman. Wow, she was so angry, very, very angry, because she thought her husband was able to come to Canada and have a good life in Canada because of her. She brought her husband from Sri Lanka to Canada, and then they start to have better life. Because Canada is a rich country, Sri Lanka is a poor country. So she thought that her husband should bear the gratitude to her. And yet, during her sickness, when she was having the cancer time under medical treatment, under medication, and her husband go and find another woman. So she cannot bear, she cannot take it. And every day she quarrel with her husband. Every day quarrel with her husband until one day her cancer come back. Her cancer came back. Then she realized, oh my goodness, not worth it. Because of this one, keep quarreling with my husband who is not faithful to me and cause even more suffering to myself. Then the cancer came back to her. Then she realized the cancer came back to her because of anger. And from that start, she let go her attachment to her husband, let go her anger to her husband, then she healed herself again without anger. Without anger, she started to heal herself. By letting go the anger, by letting go the attachment, and her body was healed. So this is how the unwholesome mind affect one's health. So if you love yourself, love your body, then don't get angry so often. If your husband got another woman, let him go, never mind. If your wife got, if you find your wife got another man, never mind, let her go. Otherwise, if you keep angry, you hurt yourself even more, you suffer even more. Okay? Second, let us see the second one. The power of unwholesome mind can trigger violence from others and invite danger to fall upon oneself. Here I would like to relate my own story also. So many years ago, when I'm very young in my nunhood, at that time I also don't know how the power of the mind works. I don't understand. Okay. So one day I will have some argument with another nun. I'm rational type of person. She was emotional type of person. So we cannot come into agreement. I was very annoyed by those emotional reaction. Okay. So, but I became very angry. So I was very annoyed and very angry. And I I left her and walked back to the place to the kuti, to the house, to the kuti where I stay. So then I passed to one gate before reaching my kuti, okay? So at that time, there was a dog sleep near the gate. So when I passed the gate, suddenly the dog jumped up and attacked me. Then I fell down. I fell down. Then the dog quickly ran away. But I cannot understand why the dog attacked me. At that time, I cannot understand. Only many years later, when I understand how the mind works, then I start to understand. Because of my anger. My anger produced mind-born matter in my body, right? Then in the mind-born matter, there's fire element. The fire element can produce new generation of temperature-born matter. And since it's come from the angry mind, so that energy, that energy that travel, that energy is aggressive, not soothing. It's very aggressive energy. So the dog, when that energy, and the dog can feel that animals are more sensitive than human. So the dog feel that there's violent energy, there's aggressive energy around. And at that time, only me alone with the dog. So the dog also can think that the energy come from me, and maybe he think maybe I want to attack him. Because it's violent energy. It's not a soothing energy. So it's a violent, it's not very violent, but to the dog, he senses that it's not a good energy, okay? So in order to protect himself, he better attack me first. That's why he attacked me, quickly run away. Only many years later, I start to understand this point, why the dog attacked me. Because the dog has been there so many days already. Why he didn't attack me former days? Because former day I do not get angry. So when I do not get angry, I do not radiate that unwholesome energy outside my body. So the dog doesn't feel the danger, doesn't feel the violence, doesn't feel the danger energy that can harm him. That's why he never attacked me. Only the day when I get angry, so the energy I radiate out from my body is unwholesome. It's unhealthy energy. Then the dog have to protect himself, so he attacked me first and run away. This is called the force of attraction. So when you radiate violent energy, unwholesome energy, then you attract the same unwholesome energy, violent energy to yourself. If you radiate metta, no, the dog will never attack you. Because I went hiking in my center. I went hiking every day. So sometimes I see so many dogs, 6 or 7 dogs come to me. Then I quickly stand, radiate metta to the dog. And the dog will give way to me. They run to the other side and give way to me to walk. Then, see, when I have anger, the dog attack me. When I have metta, the dog give way to me. So I see very clearly how the mind works. I go hiking every day. Every day I go to deal with the dogs one. So once I understand how the mind works, I'm not afraid of anything. Whatever danger come to me, send loving kindness, send compassion, or send all wholesome energy, then you are safe. You are protected. This is not because what Buddha said. It's because of my own experience, which I think is more valuable. Right? So this force of attraction, if you send loving kindness to other people, then you attract loving kindness back to yourself. When you send jealousy energy to others, then you attract jealousy energy to yourself. When you send anger energy to others, you attract violence to yourself. So you hurt yourself even more. This is called the force of attraction. Evil cannot attract righteousness. Evil only can attract evil. Good attract good, evil attract evil. This is called force of attraction. Okay? And the last one, the power of unwholesome mind, not only bring, hurt one's health or trigger violence or bring danger to oneself, it also can bring distraction to a nation. We know as a Buddhist, we know the Sakya clan, you know, Buddha come from Sakya, 释迦族, huh? Sakya clan. Sakya clan finally was destroyed by Vidudaba, because Vidudaba bear a grudge to the Sakya clan. So Vidudaba, because of his anger, he alone with his army destroyed the whole Sakya clan. So you see how the evil mind can destroy a nation. And during Second World War, you see the hatred of Hitler towards Jews brings such a suffering, almost destroy the nation of Jews who stay in Europe. This is how the power of unwholesome mind can bring genocide to one nation, or massacre to one nation. Okay? Not only that, the unwholesome mind also can affect the planet, can affect the moon, can affect the star, can affect the whole planet. Let's see what Buddha said. In the Anguttara Nikaya 4, Buddha said, okay, at such time, as kings are corrupted in mind and not righteous, the ministers, the householders, and villagers are also corrupted. This being so, the moon, stars, and the sun go wrong in their courses. Days and nights, months and fortnights, seasons and years are out of order. The wind will also blow wrongly out of season. The sky does not rain sufficiently and seasonally. The crops ripen in the wrong season. Men lives on such crops are short-lived, weak, and sickly. So start from the corrupted of a king, or the minister, or the prime minister, the ruler of the country. So if the ruler of the country are corrupted, then the citizen also will become corrupted. 上梁不正下梁歪嘛, become corrupted, then it affect the moon and star. The moon and star all go wrong in their courses. The wind cannot blow in the right time. The rain cannot, the sky does not rain sufficiently, or does not rain seasonally. Then the crop, if there's no harvest. Even the harvest, all the harvest is not healthy to human body. Then the human become sick, short life. So this means that all of us are responsible. All of us are responsible for the working of the universe in harmony, either it's in harmony or out of harmony. Our mind play the role, play the important role for the healthy world or unhealthy world. And same thing, if we have good mind, if we always cultivate good mind, then Buddha says, at such time as kings are upright in mind and righteous, the minister, householder, and villagers are also righteous. This being so, the moon, stars, and the sun go right in their courses, day and nights, months and fortnights, seasons and years are in order. The wind will also blow rightly in season, the sky rains sufficiently and seasonally, the crops ripen in right season, men live on such crops are long life, strong and healthy. All this can be changed when we have wholesome mind. So all of us, our mind, whether we are corrupted or righteous, the energy that we radiate from corrupted mind or wholesome mind will affect the whole planet. This is the reason why Buddha said, the world is led around by the mind. It's dragged here and there by the mind. Mind is the one thing that has all under its control. For this reason, Buddha said that. Okay? Therefore, it's very important. It's very important to remove unwholesome mind when it arises in your mind. When it arises in your mind. And it's also very important to cultivate wholesome mind if we want to live in a better world. Okay? So when the unwholesome mind arises in our mind, it affects our health, it triggers the violence, it brings the violence, or it triggers danger on ourselves. It also can destroy others. It also can affect the working of the planet. So when the unwholesome mind arises in our mind, what can we do to remove it? Not to let it stay in our mind. This is very important for us, right? So, according to Vitakka Santana Sutta, Majjhima Nikaya 20, the Buddha gives 5 ways. Whenever unwholesome mind, evil mind that arise in your mind, they will affect our health, affect others, bring suffering to others, even affect the whole nation, affect the whole planet. We should think, wow, this wholesome mind is so, so dangerous. So we should quickly arouse effort to remove it, following what Buddha said in Vitakka Santana Sutta. So the first way is, Buddha said, replace the unwholesome mind with wholesome mind. Replace it. For example, anger. We know when there's anger, we should replace it with loving kindness. Replace it with the opposite mind. Anger, opposite with loving kindness. So when anger arises in us, we quickly replace it with loving kindness. But say it's easy than do, right? There's one yogi, when he's learning loving kindness meditation. First, said, may I be well and happy. Very easy. May my respected teacher be well and happy. It's also easy. May my parent, family be well and happy. Very easy. But when reached, may my enemy be well and happy, then he reported, when I want to send the loving kindness to my enemy, may he be well and happy, then a thought come to me. I'm so afraid he really become well and happy. So that's why I say it's easy, but when you really want to do the time, it's very difficult. But practice makes perfect. You have to practice every day, then you can do to the enemy. Therefore, when we learn loving kindness meditation, we don't start with the enemy. If you start with the enemy, you find suffering for yourself. We start with beloved person, respectable person, until you really have that metta, really understand what's metta, only you do to the enemy. Okay, however, what Buddha says is, when evil mind arises in you, you should replace it with wholesome mind by its opposite. Anger mind replaced with loving kindness mind. But if it fails, because if you don't practice loving kindness enough, it may fail, right? Then Buddha said, try the second method. What is the second method? Reflect the danger of that anger. Just now we mentioned a lot of the danger, hurts yourself, bring bad health and so on. You reflect the danger of the anger. Here I also want to relate to you one of the real story happened in my friends, in my friend. So she was a nun, foreigner nun in this life. So one day she recalled her past life. recall her past life. And she saw she was a heavenly being, a male deva. Now she is female. He is male deva in heaven. Then this male deva has one girlfriend. In the heaven also got girlfriend, boyfriend one. Same like human being. So he has one female deva. Both of them fall in love in each other. But after some times, this female deva, fall love in another more mighty power deva. So this female deva don't want him already. She followed another more powerful deva. And my friend, who is the male deva, get very angry. How can you change your mind so fast? How can you just abandon me like that, Wow, he was very angry as a deva. Deva also get angry like human being one, okay? He was very angry. However, the deva's body is more subtle than human body. So the anger, the subtle body cannot cope with the mental anger, cannot cope with the anger. Then suddenly, his life faculty was cut off. Immediately he died because of the anger. Because of the anger, this male deva died immediately. And she told me, I was born in a place full of darkness. I think he become hungry ghost, become ghost. So if when we get angry, we try to replace it with loving kindness, but cannot fail. Then we should try to reflect the danger of anger, just like what my friend experienced. And because of anger, he died on the spot and was reborn in hungry ghost, in the ghost realm. So this is the danger. This is the danger of anger, evil mind. So we should reflect the danger of it. And sometimes, like another friend, as I say, because of anger, her cancer came back to her. This is also the danger. We should reflect the danger of evil mind that hurts oneself, even bring us to the bad destination, or even die immediately and born in unhappy destination. Okay? So if by reflecting the danger of the anger, and still, anger is still very strong, then Buddha said, never mind, go to the third step. The third step is try to ignore it. They say, now I get very angry. I keep on thinking, this person hurts me, this person bully me, betray me, that's why I get very angry. I try metta, also cannot. I try to reflect the danger, also cannot. Then I try to, now I should ignore this anger mind. Pick up a book and read, or turn on the TV and watch movie. Better than you get angry, right? Watch a movie, try to avert attention to other things. Then the anger will subside. Okay? If this also cannot, because anger is so great, if you try to watch movie also, the anger still linger in the mind, then Buddha said, number 4 method, try to find out the cause. Track the cause of your anger. Why you get so angry? Why? Find out the cause. If this person get you, because this person betray you, then you get very angry, then you try to see this person. Is it real person or not? And this person is made up by 4 elements because of ignorance, and this person is only a group of particles. Try to find no person. Try to see cause and effect. Try to see no person. When you see no person, then no anger will arise. For example, when you go, you have to call boating, boat, how to call row a boat. And then in the river, then you see another boat is coming so close to you, almost want to knock your boat already, right? Then you keep shouting, oh, don't come close to me, please, how to call, go to the other side, don't lock knock my boat. So you shouted and shouted, but the boat still come very close to you and almost touch your boat. Oh, you get very angry, get very angry. But finally you found out there's no one in the boat. Will your anger subside or not? No one in the boat. Will your anger subside? Yes or no? Sure, subside one way. Nobody to be angry with. So sometimes you just see no person angry. There's no one to cause me angry. Just contemplate. This is no one cause you angry. There's no one, no person, only cause and effect. Then your anger will subside. Or you find out the real cause for your anger. All method also cannot work. Fail again. Buddha said the last one. You should clench your teeth, bite your teeth, then put your tongue on the roof of the mouth. Beat down your anger with wholesome Dharma. This is the last method Buddha can say already. If this still cannot work, then you take care of yourself. You take care of yourself. Nobody can take care of you anymore. Dharma also cannot take care of you. So, in the Vitakka Sandana Sutta, Buddha stated 5 ways to overcome the evil mind that arise in your mind. The evil thoughts that arise in your mind. Otherwise, you really hurt yourself, you hurt other people, you create unwholesome energy to the country, to your environment, to the nation, even to the planet. Okay. Therefore, we should understand the power of unwholesome mind. If you understand the power, then it's easy for you to control your mind. And lastly, Buddha said, Bhikkhu, I do not see even one other thing that when developed and cultivated leads to such great happiness as the mind. So if you look for happiness, if you really look for happiness in your life, then you should develop and cultivate your mind. Because it leads to great happiness. On the other hand, Buddha also can say, Bhikkhus, I do not see even one other thing that when developed and cultivated leads to such suffering as the mind. No, not developed and cultivated. I mean, if you cultivate your mind, it can lead you the greatest suffering. Okay, so this is the power of the mind. So here I wished all of you, may all of you cultivate wholesome mind to bring great happiness to yourself and to others and to nation, even to the whole world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay?